Let's try this. Okay, let's give it a shot. I'm gonna try to do this without doing too much rambling, but since the other day when I said that I'm going to maybe when I get finished with the meditation book from the Toltec Wisdom, maybe go into the Fifth Agreement. But I kind of like how the meditation videos are easy to do, and I can share them almost every day. The only time a few months back, sometimes I wasn't doing them every day, but for a while now, I've been on it, and I usually am getting it up during the morning hours, and that's the way I want to kind of continue to do it. So that being said, I'm still debating. I think when this Toltec Wisdom, Living a Life Awareness is over, which I'll show you, we're not far from, there's only that, I don't even know, and that's acknowledgement. So we got a few more days of Living a Life Awareness. But I thought, since I'm really getting through the Fifth Agreement. I'm almost halfway through it, and I just started a few days ago. But, of course, it's something I've read many times. Before the Fifth Agreement, I'd read the Four Agreements numerous times. Several other books by Don Miguel Ruiz, the father, like Voice of Knowledge. Before we started the meditation book, I shared the Toltec prophecies with you guys, and a lot of you were really receptive to that. And it was a short book, and I read it in really short segments, kind of like I'm doing with Way of the Wizard. But then originally I had thought, well, let me get through Way of the Wizard, and then I may do this, because it seems more suitable for something where it's a little bit longer read, and we read to a certain point and then a stopping point. Give it a few days to digest. But that being said, I've also been still debating on, I'm trying to get rid of, like I told you the other day, the Spirit is trying to tell me to not worry about, if it resonates, if it helped me, and the Spirit's moving me and saying, just share it. If someone gets mad because something in it, they either misinterpret it or they're not understanding where it's coming from, that's okay. We're all at different points in our lives. So, I'm like, I don't know, man. There's a little bit in here that when I start sharing this, certain people may just get, but, I have to be ready for all that. But what I was thinking is, let's do this real quick, because I told you I'd kind of give you a little bit of let's just do a little summary here. I'm going to read the back part of the Fifth Agreement real quick. I don't know what the time limit is on this video. Actually, I'm just going to look. Thank you for being patient with me. But the back of it is, let's listen to this. What I'm doing here is sharing a little bit of insight from the page of the front and back of the book. But I'm going to start with the back. No, actually, let's start with the front. And that will be the 5 agreements. Be impeccable with your word. Speak with integrity. Say only what you mean. Avoid using the word to speak against yourself or to gossip about others. Use the power of your word in the direction of truth and love. Don't take anything personally. Nothing others do is because of you. What others say and do is a projection of their own reality, their own dream. When you are immune to the opinions and actions of others, you won't be the victim of needless suffering. Maybe I'm sharing this eventually a little personally before I've even had anybody come back on me and try to tell me why I shouldn't share it. But let's get on with it. Don't make assumptions. Find the courage to ask questions and to express what you really want. Communicate with others as clearly as you can to avoid misunderstandings, sadness, and drama. With just this one agreement, you can completely transform your life. And then we come to the fourth. Always do your best. Your best is going to change from moment to moment. It will be different when you are healthy as opposed to sick. Under any circumstance, simply do your best. Let me repeat that. Under any circumstance, simply do your best, and you will avoid self-judgment, self-abuse, and regret. Bringing us to the fifth agreement. Be skeptical, but learn to listen. Don't believe yourself or anybody else. Use the power of doubt to question everything you hear. Is it really the truth? Listen to the intent behind words, and you will understand the real message. This tickles me because as I was reading those out loud to you, that tells me, yeah, Gray Cloud, yeah, Mr. Cloud, you are going to share this at some point. But what we're going to shift to is I am going to find some kind of meditation book to replace so I can just read something short and simple every day or mostly every day and share that with y'all and keep it in that same mindset. But I wanted to say, let me read this back. I think it will. What I'm doing is I'm giving you a little bit, and then you can go look this stuff up. Go ahead and take a look into it. And then you can decide whether when I start sharing more information about it, if you want to pay attention to it. It's totally up to you. So I don't need to make no assumptions about what anybody's going to think, and I don't need to take nothing personally, whether they come at me with a good comment or a bad comment. But listen, imagine living a whole new way of life, a life where you are free to be who you really are. You no longer rule your life according to what other people may think about you. Imagine living your life without judging yourself or anyone else, without the fear of being judged. You accept yourself just the way you are, and you accept everybody else just the way they are. Imagine living a life where you are free of conflict with yourself and with others. You respect yourself and everyone else, and they respect you in return. Imagine living a life where you're not afraid to express yourself or take the risk to explore life. You live without fear, without guilt, without shame, without regret. Imagine loving yourself just the way you are. You love your body just the way it is. You love your emotions just the way they are. Imagine that just by being yourself, you are happy and truly enjoying your life. Imagine living with this kind of personal freedom. This way of life is entirely possible, and it's in your hands. Others have done it, and you can too. Just make the 5 agreements your way of life, and soon you'll be living in your personal dream of heaven. It's a pretty good summary. It's on the book. I gave you the 5 agreements, the summary of the book. And so I guess going forward, when we get around to finally sharing it, like actually reading it, I just need to accept that not everybody's going to get it. And this channel is not necessarily for everybody. And whoever might watch whatever video at some point in some type of future, whenever that is, and starts coming at me in a snide way, a trolling way, whatever. It's like I told my friend the other day, and I'd also told y'all in videos, the Spirit's moving me to learn that when that starts happening, the best thing I can do is not respond. Let them come at me. Let them say whatever they want. Opinions are opinions. But truth is truth, and you know, if I'm not got any ill intent here, and I'm trying to bring people together, I'm trying to uplift people. I want to be good. A good example for people. I want to be inspiration, and I think I'm doing that. I get confirmation daily just in my own ways. You know, like this past week's been hard. But who hasn't had a hard day or week or month or whatever in their life? But I've been able to get through this and be all right, a lot better than I used to be. And once again, I appreciate everybody that reached out and the comments, people that messaged me on Messenger or Instagram, people that actually sent me something to help me out with what the situation was. And I'll be doing a thank you video towards somebody that I finally got the dewormer. I got the wormer yesterday. I want to show you that. That was pretty cool. I actually got it, and of course, yeah, it sucks, man, that all the puppies are dead by the time I got it and was able to get it. As you know, the day that I actually had somebody from the church help me, and the lady that I'm friends with on Twitter, April, sent a little bit of something into my PayPal. So I had the money to get wormer, and everywhere, unfortunately, I didn't have the ability to have enough to put in enough gas to go like to Tractors, wherever. But I went to Dollar General, I went to Ace Hardware, I went to the feed store, I called a feed store. I mean, other than that, I didn't know what else to do. Then I had a friend, and he messaged me on Instagram and said, I'm gonna have this sent through Amazon. So I finally got Ladybird. I mixed it up with something, and she's been dosed a little bit, at least for the first round. I'm gonna let that just kind of soak in for a few days, whatever, and then I've got a couple more boxes of stuff because you base it on their weight. It says something like 5 milliliters per 10 pounds, and in this bottle you have 60 milliliters. So Ladybird's like probably 80 pounds. Close to it anyway. But the first attempt yesterday, it says on the box that most dogs usually find the wormer very palatable and will lick the dose from the bowl willingly. But if there's reluctance, you mix it with food. And that's what I ended up having to do. And I got her she ate it all up today. I didn't give her a whole lot, but I gave her a substantial amount. And then the next time I do this, I'll do it, and I'll measure. I'll make sure nothing's wasted or anything, and that I get it down there. But I don't want to talk about any of the rest of that right now. I'm going to do a small video just exclusively thanking my friend there and his wife for what they did and had sent to me through Amazon. So, but I appreciate everybody, man. And today is, like I said earlier, it's just going to be more of a relaxing day. This little dude kind of trying to get his bottle back in there. But also, if you'll look, I've kind of got the table somewhat clean. But I'm dealing with, my back, and I'm just trying to regroup, rejuvenate, collect. I'm trying to rest and let my energy build back up because this week was a challenge and I got through it. But yesterday I started cleaning my table and was going to tinker way more than I ended up doing with toys and action figures, and I was going to set up a scene here and just do this. I had an idea, but like Mr. Cloud's also being told, sometimes Mr. Cloud, you're going at it properly and well and full speed ahead, but sometimes I got to take 1 or 2 notches down on the speed, like not meaning speed, and you know what I mean, the speed of the momentum. The momentum's still there, but I have to take in account that sometimes, especially like this week, 6 puppies dying, then Ladybird's eye, it's getting better, y'all. Just all this stress that normally I would have, if it had been a year ago when I was still hardcore drinking, I would have been a mess. I wouldn't have got nothing taken care of, and I'd still probably be sitting here crying, wondering what the heck I'm going to do. But I am so grateful. I got through this. I've got people that care. I've got people that see that I care. I've got people out here that I just appreciate anybody that's tuning in and watching. And y'all just get ready. You know, we're almost to 300, and soon I'll be doing some sort of giveaway. Maybe, I don't know what I'm doing for it yet. We'll announce that when it gets time. So just hang in there. As you know, life happens and I have a lot going on other than just making videos. Yeah, I share a lot, but that's okay. It's just me. And now just me and Ladybird and the cat again, which sucks. But what I'm saying is I got plenty of more time than a lot of people. So that's why you see me upload quite a few times a day. A lot of times that's why. But this schedule thing is going to help me. I'm getting way more disciplined, and I'm going to get better at all this stuff moving forward. Still got to get new equipment or at least a laptop. But I've got other things in my actual daily life I need to take care of on payday, like certain bills, certain things that I need to think about necessity-wise. And it just sometimes I get bogged down in it, and I'm trying to just stay with it, keep the faith, because God, the divine source, God, the Spirit, it's never let me down so far, and it never will. I don't doubt. I know it won't. The only time it seems like things, like I've said before, when things seem a little rough, usually it's because in my head I've gotten out of line somewhere spiritually. And then it all trickles down to my mental, to my physical, to everything. So let's stay on board. Let's stay on track. I'll, appreciate every single one of you. Like, comment, subscribe if you haven't. Till next time, Mr. Cloud says the eternal moment, over and out. Booyah, ditto.